Hey, welcome back to Probable Magic. This is episode 45. We're sitting in the queue for a Theros Swiss draft. It's going to be Theros draft number 14. I've been really enjoying Theros. Hope everyone else has too. And yeah, waiting for this to fire. I guess we'll go ahead and pause for a few minutes here. Here we go. That didn't take long at all. And what do we see? We see an Elspeth. And we're just going to snatch that up. I don't even know what Elspeth's worth anymore. Not as much as she was the last time I grabbed her, that's for sure. As of a couple days ago. It was 14 tickets. Anyway, that's a nice pickup. That probably almost pays for the draft right there. And let's see. What are we passing? Not a whole lot, really. I mean, this pack has Elspeth, and that's about it. Next best card, I don't even know. Probably Mogus Marauders, very powerful in the right deck. Staunch-Hearted Warrior, also pretty powerful. Dragon's Mantle, powerful in the right deck. Omen Speaker, generally good. But we just get Elspeth and get to be super happy about that. Okay. What do we see here? Here we see some nice cards. Definitely want to be able to play white. So what do we see? Some nice cards here. Asp, very powerful. Keepsake Gorgon, very powerful. Also, Vaporkin and Battlewise Hoplite. Double white and double black. As much as I like white black, I've had some nice white black. That's a little iffy. I'm going to try for the white blue deck. Wow, and we see a second Asp here, meaning blues, green, kind of open. Evangel Heliod. That's interesting. But I think we're going to go for a white-blue heroic aggressive deck. And that I don't really want him at the top of the curve. At least not this early. What I'm looking at here is Nimbus Naiad and Hopeful Eidolon. Pretty sure the Naiad's just stronger. Wavecrash Triton, also nice. Wouldn't mind him either, another heroic card. But I want to make sure I have enough enablers, especially bestow enablers. And wow, look at the options in this pack. I would take Verdict, I would take Wingsteed Rider, I would take Fortune Hunter, even take Scholar. I'd consider splashing for Shipwreck Singer, but if we're going to do the aggressive white heroic deck, Wingsteed Riders, what we want. And now here, some choices. Favorite Hoplite. So it's basically favorite Hoplite or Cavalry Pegasus. Interesting. Elspeth just says white soldier tokens, not human soldiers. which is interesting. I wonder if I would have expected them to be humans, because that would certainly go into taking the Pegasus. Favorite hoplite +1. I think I'm going to take the hoplite. That's probably questionable. Here we see a God's Willing, which is just awesome. This is kind of the first pack with just like nothing that I care about. I don't like stymied hopes. I guess I'm just going to take the white bear if we're being more aggressive. Ooh. Lagona's Band is nice. Shipwrecked Singer, interesting, but I think here we just have to take Voyage's End. Snarecaster I think is better for us than Chimera. Pretty sure we can even use him on our own creatures to trigger heroic. Here, let's see, do we want a Fate Foretold or Laguna Band? Take Laguna Band. I'm pretty sure if I want Fates Foretold, I can get them later. I'd love a Ray for the board, but this tabled, and that's where I'm happy taking that. Aqueous Form, nice. I don't think either of these make the cut. Puce is a little better. Hey, so that was a nice pack one. I'm excited about this. Wow. Oh, man. Talk about a difficult choice. Fabled Hero or Flanax Leader. Wow. And there's even another Nimbus Naiad, but man, it's one of these two. I don't even know what's better. I wonder if the hero's worth anything. Fabled Hero worth like half a ticket. Man. That double strike, very powerful. I actually think that getting to put a counter on everything might be better. I'm gonna go with this guy, but that I really just don't know. Oh man, check this out. We can get another hoplite or another Wingsteed Rider. It's gonna be the Rider. I'd love a Sea God's Revenge there. 2, certainly not opposed to an Omen Speaker. Again, some nice stuff. Not very blue. I like the Chimera. I think we're going to want the blue removal here in the Grip Tide. Ooh. So this is an interesting one. What do we want to do here? So if we're just staying on color, we see a Crackling Triton, not exciting. Last Breath, maybe. Griffin, not what we want if we don't have green. Also, if we wanted to splash, we could go into either The Horizon Chimera or the Triad of Fates? I'm going to take the Fates, Triad of Fates, and we'll consider splashing for it. Okay. Here we see another Pegasus and a Hopeful Eidolon. I love either of those. I think I want the Heroic Trigger more. Okay. I guess it's just Chimera. We're not going to be splashing enough black to care about Scourge Mark. There's also a Rage, but if we're splashing, we're going to splash black for that. So I guess we'll take the Chimera. Technically playable. Hope not to see him. Another Hopeful Eidolon is nice. Okay. Gift of Immortality. Not the greatest card, but I don't think I care about the Griffin. I definitely don't care about anything else. So I'm going to take that. Actually, can you imagine putting that on a Phalanx leader? And every time he dies, he comes back, and then this comes back on him and triggers Heroic again. Okay. Here we have a Laguna Band and a Chosen by Heliod. I think I'm going to take the Chosen. Here we just get nothing. I guess we're cutting either Spear Point or Shredding Winds. Let's cut the Spear Point. You will take another Leonin. Sure. Hide you. Spark Jolt, pretty good against us. Which is I not making the cut here. And wow, look at that. That's 24. That could be a deck right there, and that would not be a bad deck. We'd have to make a cut. It would probably be Battle Priest. This a little iffy off a splash. We could really use a Unicorn. Wow. Soldier of Fortune. Don't care about that. This draft has been kind to us. Wow, it's between Griptide and Triton Tactics. Triton Tactics, not a card I have much experience with, but I understand it to be very powerful. And with all the heroic creatures we have, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, not quite as many as I thought, but even so, I think we're going to do that. And kind of rewarded with a Griptide here. Anger of the Gods. Actually very good against this deck I'm building, and yeah, worth a ticket. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Griptide though. Ooh, buddy. Dauntless Onslaught, perfect. Divine Verdict, a nice pickup. You know, this triad probably just gets cut for lack of room. And we finally do get a Pegasus to take, which is very nice. Okay, so could take the unicorn for splashing the triad. We really don't need the ramp. Or we just take Fate Foretold as a heroic trigger. I'm just going to take Fate. Triad just probably doesn't make the cut. Here's another Chosen. Wow, and a Wave Crash Triton. Yeah. Anyone who's watched enough of my draft knows that I have no qualms to splashing, but I think there's just not room in this deck for the triad. So, man, this seems crazy seeing an Asp this late. Excuse me. But rather than hating that, I think we're going to take the Ray as a sideboard card. What do we want here? Can't imagine playing any of these. I'll cut the Spark Jolt. Yet another Snarecaster. That's interesting. This card's probably good against us. Ox won't make the cut. We don't even want that. Wow. Cut all that. We're only down to 32. Man, this has been nice. Let's cut the red. Let's cut the green. Don't care about that artifact. Yeah, there's just not room for the black. So let's see. Let's just find all the heroic guys. Favorite Hoplite, Battlewise, Phalanx Leader, Wing Steeds, him. 6 good heroic guys. Technically there's a Battle Priest. Well, 2 life is relevant sometimes. Maybe I even play him instead of the bear. Yeah, with all these Snarecasters, probably don't want the bear. Do you want the Eidolons and the Naiad? I want Verdict and Griptides and Voyage's End and God's Willing, Tactics. Ooh, Onslaught, Elspeth. And wow, with all that, I'm at 26 and I need to make some cuts. Now the thing to be careful about here is I'm only at 15 creatures. So we need to take a hard look at what we're going to cut that's not creatures. So let's see, we have God's Willing. Because it's definitely easy to look at this and say, well, one of the weakest cards is Battle Priest, or maybe I don't want 3 snare casters. But we've only got 15 creatures. I don't even have Aqueous Form in here. So we need to cut some of these non-creatures, really. So we basically have some removal and tricks. Elspeth, definitely worth playing. So we're playing Elspeth for sure. We definitely want Triton Tactics and Dauntless Onslaught that target 2. These are all draw cards chosen by Heliod's better than Fate Foretold, at least in our deck. It's worth remembering that we're heavy white. It's almost a blue splash. Card can't be blocked. God's Willing, probably good enough to make the cut. Definitely not 2 Chosens. I think I want Divine Verdict. Pretty sure I want at least 1 Grip Tide. Probably Voyage's End. And then what do I want here? Aqueous Form, Chosen, Griptide. So Griptide doesn't really enable Heroic. Let's let that go. We already have 1 and a Verdict and a Voyage's End. Draw a card or scry. Being so heavy white early on, I guess I'm going to go with draw a card. And that's 23. Seems pretty powerful. This Battle Priest, pretty iffy. I think I'm going to trade him for, needs to be a creature. I think I'm going to take this Laguna Band. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I've only got 4. I don't have so many enchantments. Or do I just want this chimera. Let's do that. Okay, let's check the color. Definitely heavy white. What say you, Moto? 12.5. No, too heavy. Probably 10.7. Yeah, probably 10.7. Alright, sweet. I rambled on in the intro about this new rating system. I'm going to start trying to do my rating assessments at the end of each segment, and I really enjoyed this one. This was better than average for drafting because it just went so well. I'm going to give it a 3, and I will see you in the first round.